Hey guys, Barry here from TGS with a Watch Dogs Legion tour video. We are going to be touring London in a double-decker bus, as seen right here. We are starting in a kind of random spot here, but not totally random. If you played the game, you would have been in this region quite a few times.
Where did you go off to?
Apparently Clay's wondering where someone went off to, but probably because he doesn't know where I went. Maybe not, I don't know, but we're going on a tour, so that's what we're doing. Random interruption, but we'll roll with it. So what we're going to do is pretty much, the map will stop turning on me. Trying to get a nice view for you guys. We're going to go around the map in kind of a clockwise kind of system, starting right here where we're at now. Zoom in for you guys. Right here at Trafalgar Square, if I'm saying that right. And we're going to basically head north, kind of taper our way up here, kind of work our way through the main arteries of town, as in the major roadways, kind of branching off. It's not going to be 100% in concrete, because I don't know which roads face what way. There's going to be one-way roads, blah, blah, blah. We're kind of going to let the automated bus drive us so I can focus more on looking around at the views, more so than actually driving, unlike the WD2 video. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, we had a Watch Dogs 2 tour video. It was our #1 video for multiple years, over 30k views I think right now. So figured this would be a great game to get another tour in on. So here we are. We have a lot to cover. I'm just showing you guys, if you look around, we're going to head down through here, kind of work our way down into the southern region here. We have, the heart. We have the Ferris Wheel. We have, was it London Bridge? We have Waterloo Station. Go down to Lambeth. If I zoom out, you can see the actual borough names, which are a little bit better. So that's Lambeth, Southwark, Tower Hamlets. So basically, to put it simple, or straightforward, we're starting in the northeastern portion of city of Westminster. We'll go up through Camden into Islington and Hackney pretty much, in City of London, finish up in Tower Hamlets, travel south into Southwark, go into Lambeth, which is a pretty tall region there, and then we'll end up in Elms, where there's, I guess, really not much to see, more of a, industrial looking part of town. Cross back over into the bottom portion of City Westminster and finish up at the Palace, where if you guys, I guess you can't tell, I haven't shown you yet, we're able to walk on the grounds. I brought the Royal Guard here today. He'll be giving you guys a tour. And we'll be staying in the bus using automation for most of the journey, unlike some of my other videos where I have to manually drive and end up in accidents and eventually punch, someone in the head. It still might happen here, but the automation system's still very prone to accidents, but it's going to help me out in providing more so a look around town, more so than focusing on not colliding. Especially these automated cars like to pull out on you a lot if you guys played the game and haven't noticed, so we got to watch out. So we'll go ahead, get this started, work our way around the map. Just to note, we are recording while we're live, so if anyone tunes in live, I guess every 5 minutes or so during this video I'm recording. We usually don't record while we're live, but we are today, so every 5 minutes or so I'll stop and I'll pause the game, answer chat, and this way I don't ditch you guys completely. But after reviewing it, asking fans what they think, I never had anyone say not to record while we're live. We've asked people through time, multiple years of seeing what people like to see, and people like to see us do some of these tours and whatnot while we're live, so that is why I'm here today. Usually there's a mod in chat to mod to help in these times, but I'm on my own today. So you guys can see the taxis are already trying to murder me on the road. So we're starting out right here at Trafalgar Square, if I'm saying that right. Kind of ruined with all the posters and whatnot, but it's a cool little area. I believe that's a museum in the background right there. Here we go, off on our journey. We're heading towards the palace right now, actually, but we're going to break off north in a moment. Actually, just to show you guys, since we should be able to just look on the map. Actually, it doesn't have a location up here, so usually, major landmarks have subway stations to indicate them. Not all of them, but a lot of them, so I'll just simply check in if I can give you guys the name of the building. As this game is based on real-life London, so there are a lot of real landmarks here that you guys will witness throughout the game. Just like that Bloom Tower is definitely, I don't think, real, but it's something else to worry about. So I believe we just passed through Piccadilly Circus, guys. I'm gonna stop because this is a major point. If you played, new Call of Duty Modern Warfare from a year ago, there's a mission based on this, and it was a crazy mission, especially when you did it like me on realistic without trying to get the achievements for, not messing up at all. But it was an amazing mission, and here we are in Piccadilly. Kind of looks almost the same as the COD map for anyone who's played. Just obviously the stores won't be the same. There'll be slight differences in the layout. This is not 100% a copy, but figured we'd pull over here as it's a well-known square in London. I'm pretty sure if you flew a drone in there today, probably get like zapped down or some shit. Doubt it's a drone zone, but you never know. Either way, I think we're good to continue on. Just notice here, yeah, there's a subway station there. Yeah, the subways are there and everything, so just pointing that out. They did a pretty good job with the area. Here's all the high-end stores. If you're looking to spend a lot of money, this is where I spent my 100K for the 100K spending achieve. Came up here, I unlocked one of the stores right here, I believe. Yep, Fidel there. I dropped like over 50 grand on Fidel and then just hopped on another company's site. As once you go to each store individually once, you can go back to your safe house and pretty much buy anything from any store right from inside your safe house. Makes life a little bit easier. So we've kind of left, well, we haven't fully left the shopping district left, but yet, but we're on our way out. Some interesting old school building right there, graffitied up. It's probably the first time I'm doing an automated tour. I guess to actually take that back, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we did a tour video of the map and Origins, sorry. Assassin's Creed Origins, we did like a 2-hour tour of the map on a carriage. And it was a very, very long tour. Especially because we traveled between all the major cities. There's not seeing any like major landmarks, so I'm just kind of scan the area for you guys while my bus almost hits people here. I'm not sure what our bus is doing. Auto drive's on, but it's just sitting here. I'm probably just gonna have to move it forward myself, maybe.
Auto drive now enabled.
Ah, never mind. I see what happened. I thought the auto drive would continue on like it does in Assassin's Creed, but it literally just stops. So here we are at that square right here. I wanted to get up here because this way we can work our way around. I kind of want to go by Bloom. I was initially just going to go down this road. I guess we can try that. But our goal is to kind of get up somewhere like around here and to just head down this road. That's a little further north of Bloom than I would like to be. So I'll set a marker here, and then we'll set another marker once we get there.
Auto drive now enabled.
But my goal is just kind of come up to the corner of the map and then work my way around from there. Just notice we went over the timer for chat discussion for anyone who's live, so I will take it at the 10-minute mark on the session. This way, for anyone who watches a video not live, don't have to worry about me responding to chat, and vice versa, if you get what I mean. So, heading down this way, get a nice. We actually get a decent enough view of Bloom Tower from here. It just kind of towers the entire neighborhood. That's the main focal point from back here, pretty much. I'm trying to look at it, but we have a lot of poles in the way, if you can't tell. It's like, no view for you. Look at that. What the hell? Look at that crosswalk. I don't even think I ever noticed that. That's some high-tech shiest right there, man. There you go. Nice view of Bloom from right there, like the lower level. Nothing exciting down there. The tower is what's exciting. But considering we're here, what I'm going to do is set our next marker because I want to get situated up here. Yeah, I guess we'll let it do that route. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head south from there, kind of wrap our way up and around the map. We're kind of just going to hop around different points, kind of showcase the different neighborhoods. Be a little bit messy, but not messy all at once. Imagine the tour company going out and making a tour, but maybe it's the first day they do it, so it's not optimal. It's the practice run, but we're going to make it our actual run. Don't really plan to redo this tour video for obvious reasons. So I'm going to pull over right now. for a quick chat check. So continuing on our tour after making a pit stop, we're gonna get back into auto drive and begin our journey. We're barely into our route, I guess, in a way, but it shouldn't be too bad. Should be my right of way. Thank you, City Center Bus 42. I'm 42 as well, apparently. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You'll notice that some of the neighborhoods they have vibes. Just kind of like every game you play, you'll go to a different neighborhood, and that whole neighborhood has kind of its vibe, just like real life. So, like some neighborhoods, we're gonna go down the street, and I'm not really gonna have much to show you guys. There's obviously not a landmark on every block in the game, just like real life. So, something to note. Just want to throw it out for you guys. While my bus automatically just smacks the pole. Nobody saw it. Shh. But yeah, we're up here in the north. We're on Camden High Street right now. A lot of stores up here. Interesting stores, per se. My goal right now is to just head up to the northern portion of Camden, to that kind of big round portion, and then we'll go ahead and set a marker for our next destination, which we're going to basically head south, back towards the river. But we will not be crossing the river till we make it all the way to the eastern side of the city. Well, the city's northern half. So I don't think we have to wonder where we're going right now. It's pretty clear. I already mentioned we're on Camden Street, but we're in Camden. I actually have a city named that not too far from me, actually. Which unfortunately, is worse off than this city, region of the city, but what can you do? There's really nothing back here to see, so that's, showing you Camden. So we're going to go ahead and set a new marker, so that's pretty much Camden in a nutshell. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and head south. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to set a good marker down here. Kind of thinking to pull right up into here, because this will take us, as you can see, mostly down the main street, the main, arterial road, whatever you want to call it, down to the south, so we can branch off, and we're pretty much just going to be taking the main roads. A lot of these back streets have nothing too crazy, just a, quiet little side street where, this bus will most likely just crash anyway, and even while it's in automation. We'll end up going down some small streets, I'm sure, but for now, for the purpose of a tour, I don't think we need to. And there goes the automation system taking down another pole. The guy's just like, what the hell just happened? Hey, we gotta report that fire back there. Someone got fire going. Just saw that crazy ass flame back there. Alright. So we're working our way east right now. Nothing too exciting around here. We're just passing the street we were just on. Oh god. So I'm worried about. Yeah, we made it. So here we go. I believe this begins our journey direct south to the intersection I was looking to get to next. Part of our tour. Showcasing building design, stuff like that. There's a lot of made up stuff in the game, but a lot of real stuff as well. So this is more of the highlights tour. I'm going to showcase the main stuff, Big Ben, London Bridge. But if you know London well, I'm probably going to miss some stuff on your end. Just like I know if anyone, there's one game in the past that had my real life city in it, and it had a lot of neighborhoods and stuff, but it also skipped some stuff that I know about because I live here. So it's kind of how the cookie crumbles. A lot of games leave something out. So we're kind of going for the touristy kind of trip here, tour. I was thinking to drive by parks and stuff, but in the game they're all kind of just dilapidated in a way. Other than the palace, because you can see, it's like Tent City over here. So it's not visually pleasing, but crossing into City of Westminster currently. You can basically tell by the change in building design, like As you get closer to the center of the city, everything just upgrades naturally. Man. Sorry, but you're ruining our view.
Reach your destination.
Alright, so we officially reached our destination. See, there's a statue point right here. There's a guy like on a lion right there. Can't tell if that's a Roman statue, possibly. I was in Rome over a year ago before the pandemic hit. Right as it was possibly spreading over there, so I don't know if it was the best time to be there. But, yeah, I'm here, so let's see. I'm gonna go over here, and my thought is we're gonna work our way up this artery road up into maybe up here. We have King's Cross Station. Yeah, we can't miss King's Cross Station. So unfortunately, what I'm about to do is I'm gonna make the left go to this road, and then I'll turn on the automation to take us to King's Cross from there. If you guys ever read Harry Potter, which I'm reading Order of the Phoenix here now, actually in real life, about 50 pages out from the end. The station is mentioned, I think, many times. So, many times. I'm taking over right now. Alright, the automation system can take back over. King's Cross is, I guess, our next major landmark. But a lot of statues in this region of town. Historical looking buildings. Our camera will stop going inside of weird places. Be nice. Trying to look at the buildings, take it all in. You can see where U.S. Capitol building design comes from, right back there. It looks familiar. I live in the U.S. and I've been to many state capitals, whether on road trips or this or that. Every single one has a building with that kind of design almost to a T, including my own state. So either way, heading down this major roadway right here. People thought he was cutting us off, but he was not. Next up, King's Cross.
Auto drive now disabled.
Wonder what I'm doing. I'm driving like the bus from Harry Potter, guys. It was only fitting. Remember, if you guys seen the movie, I think it's the third one, the bus shows up. I think the bus also appears in the fourth book, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or fifth. It's one of the two books that reappears. Brain farting right now, but you get the idea. It drives all ridiculously, gets thin and goes between buses. It's crazy. Seems like it would be a great ride, other than the fact you'd fly off the seats, which are like beds, like flying around the floor. But we're officially arriving, basically at King's Cross. What is that right there? It's King's Cross. Then we're getting cut off by Rolls-Royce drivers, apparently. Alright, so welcome to King's Cross, guys, which is located apparently on the edge of Camden. Trying to see if we can get a better view. I'm gonna pull in here real quick. Do some illegal driving for a moment. Well, it's not legal at all. Now it's going to be illegal if we can go through. Watch out, people. Did you not see the double-decker bus? I can't. I'm sorry, guys. No one saw that for insurance purpose. But here we are. King's Cross. Again, if you're wondering where it's at on the map, it's located right up here. I'm kind of nervous to drive back into here. I've been known to be a pretty good bus driver in games, but this game has kind of a weird vibe of driving. There's like a pole on my back right. There's a building right there that I'm about to scrape, and it looks like my mirror's about to hit that pole. We might have made it. Screw your trash can. Trying to get in front of King's Cross, man. But yeah, here we are. I have a random idea. I didn't think about this. Welcome to King's Cross. Never was a thought in my mind to use the drones to take a look around some of the landmarks, but we just factored in something new. It's not the most beautiful looking building, especially on the side there. Kind of looks like it's abandoned at this point, but it's not. Yeah, you can find platform 9 3/4, right? So continue on our tour video. We just got done King's Cross Station. We're currently on the border of Islington and Hackney. At King's Cross, we just worked our way up from there. What we're going to do now is kind of make our way to right down here. So if you guys can't tell, there's a giant building right here located by Moorgate. My goal is to kind of get down there. I'm trying to see a good spot to mark. I want to see where the map is going to take us. Alright, so what we want to do is we're going to mark it this way, past those landmarks. We'll head up, kind of wrap through here and come back down, eventually making our way past the remaining landmarks across London Bridge, and eventually work our way around the southern portion of London. We're only about 25 minutes in, including the time I spent responding to subscribers, so I suspect it's going to be an hour or so tour video, but I don't think we're going to need too long. Alright, we're just going to have to hit the trash can, so we don't have to murder people and wonder why we're getting pursued on a tour video. This was a terrible idea to enter back here. I think we should maybe just back out. We might kill some people on the way out, but what can I do? I mean, there's a loud ass noise coming from the bus. I think
Let's spread out and look.
we've given enough notification that we're backing up.
They've got away.
God, am I really gonna make it? Turn. Did I hit somebody or something? I swear I just heard something.
Auto drive now enabled.
Auto drive is now enabled. It's a tight, weird spot to get out of, but it worked out. Yeah, all my tour videos have that weird part where we get stuck on something or the bus, Saints Row gets blown up. GTA 3 was the worst because I think on the first island, I had to get a new bus 2 or 3 times for us to tour the island because we would drive through the mafia zone and just get fucking RPG'd or grenaded, whatever would happen. It was crazy. So luckily that doesn't happen here. We don't really have to worry much other than watching out for other traffic and poles. This bus does like to take out poles. So we're making our way downtown, driving slow. We'll get there eventually and see it now. Yeah, I got nothing to really discuss around here. We're just going to be taking in a lot of views. I'm not that tour person who knows what year the street was built, like they have on the real life tours. We're actually in a transport bus where they wouldn't be giving a tour, so at all, to my knowledge. I'm sure there's tour buses that look like this, but I'm sure you can tell them from the normal town buses. So we are breaking off. Currently we're on the border of Islington and Hackney. Just confirming our route real quick. Yeah, we're going right by some giant buildings, so wanted to make sure it did not, reroute me. That can happen. A lot of older buildings, they don't even put any info on them. There's no, names written anywhere to know what building's what, so I'm sure, a lot of this is based on reality, and I'm sure there's the stuff that's added in. So here we are at this crazy building. Apparently it's Albion controlled. Primeway Hotels. Nice fake, like Audi e-tron type car out front. So here we are, we're in this nice little tunnel, guys. Check it out. Amazing. Best part of the whole game. Moving on, we're going into the second best tunnel in the game. nothing really exciting, but it's like some major sized buildings over here. That's why I'm coming through. This is all like one big connected campus, if you can't tell. It's supposed to be a hospital or apartments. I'm not really sure. As you can see, we're heading towards the skyscraper portion of this side of town right now. Trying not to jerk around too much with the camera, but there's a lot to look around at, and yeah, if I'm not quick enough, sometimes we might miss something, so I gotta make sure we're not too slow either. We've reached our destination. So what I'm thinking at this point is what we can do. We're gonna head up here to about here. Let me see what happens if I mark it over here as far as we can go. So about here. Then what we'll do is work our way back down. And what we're going to do is on the way back down, I would like to pass this building right here, pass this right here, and cross London Bridge. It's kind of what our goal will be. So we're going to leave the heart of the city. We're going to come right back through these buildings again. As you can see, there's that beautiful like egg-shaped building over there. It's like one of those eggs from Ocean's 12, right? Like trying to steal those eggs in Europe, and one of them looks kind of like that building. It's pretty cool. So I definitely want to get a closer look at that. But before we get a closer look at that, let's head up here to a kind of more, I guess I should say, less exciting neighborhood. But I want to make sure we pit stop all the neighborhoods of town. I believe we're going up to what's called Islington and Hackney right now. Yep, just popped up on the left right there. If I butcher any of these names, I'm sorry, guys. I'm speaking American English, so I'm sure something I say is going to be incorrect in British English. But I'll try. We can help ourselves out by, pushing some cars out of the way, but yeah, I'm just going to let it cruise. There's nothing really exciting to look at north of here, guys. This neighborhood just kind of looks like this neighborhood that we're in right now. Kind of a less thriving part of town. Plenty of stores and whatnot, but it's a little bit more beat up. Which again is in every real life city and every game I've toured. There's going to be areas like this. Remember we did a GTA 4 tour. That was like over half the map, which is yeah, obviously New York City. Just for reference, you can see how far we are from that giant like skyscraper campus we were at back there.
Auto drive now disabled.
Someone doesn't know how to drive, so I'm going to have to pull a legal maneuver real quick for the purpose of our tour video.
Auto drive now enabled.
I had to let some road rage out there. I don't know what the hell that bus is doing. Look, it's just sitting there. Hey-ho! Alright, so we're back on our tour. Yeah, over here we have a dry cleaners for anyone interested. There's a little garden right here. The neighborhood garden. I have one of those in my neighborhood. I live in a major city, and I'm like 10 minutes from the heart of downtown by car.
You have reached your destination.
So, yeah, I really live in the actual city, and we have one of those there. There's this tower here, but it's nothing like phenomenal to look at. Trying to see. I'm going to take over from the manual drive because otherwise it's going to take routes that I do not want to take. And I'll put a little bit more gas on it because this stuff's not as exciting, these neighborhoods. Kind of just want to bring you back here and show you guys the tower. Right there. It's nothing special. Initially, you look at it from afar, it's like the shape of like a fake Coliseum. But it's not anything like a Coliseum.
Auto drive.
So we're going to go back to our auto drive system. And I think I'm going to take you guys down here because this is a cool little spot. This question is, how do we... Where'd the road go? There it is. So we're gonna... I'll let the bus take us down here. What we'll do is we'll circle around like a little loop here and cross London Bridge.
Now enabled.
A little bit different than my initial strategy, but kind of seems weird to do the other way. Rather dip down than do a quick little loop and head back on our way because we'll have to get right back on that bridge. So eventually we'll get back into you know, a nicer portion of town. Just bear with me. Just to throw it out there, I will do another chat check in a moment, in you know, a few minutes. But we have tour videos in many games. I did a bus tour of GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas 4. I have a few quote-unquote bus tours / trips around, you know, round trips around the map in GTA 5. We have Watch Dogs 2 tour video, Legion, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Origins. We have you know, point-to-point trips and, you know, stuff like that for Odyssey and Valhalla. We had a map tour of Saints Row the Third Remastered, of Mafia Definitive Edition. Any game that has like an open world that's a city or this or that, I usually make a tour video. I'm pretty sure we actually have a playlist on the channel, which will display all the tour videos that I have, period. So check it out. If you just go to maybe type the Gamer Society map tour playlist or something in YouTube, it'll probably show up. So I'm pretty sure over 20 videos of just tours and whatnot. So this will be added onto there when the time comes. I don't really have much to talk about if you guys can't tell from the neighborhood, so just bear with me. Just know like major landmarks up by Shadwell Station. What I'm doing is I'm taking you down the corner riverfront. It should take us down some cool little roads. That's what I was trying to get to. There's a cool little tunnel right there. Apparently we officially just got in our first automation accident. I'm gonna get rid of him. I think the front of our bus might have some damage on it. We're a little scraped up, but that's just how these tour videos go, right? I've had a lot worse where my buses actually blow up, like I mentioned about GTAs. We're getting pretty close down here. I have to say, for the automated system, I feel like we're moving around a little bit quicker than I would have expected, but I know it's still going to take forever because we're about over 30 minutes in, and we haven't even made it to the bottom half of the island. But all we got to do is cross the bottom half, zigzagging a bit, and make our way back up to the palace. So, suspect an hour plus video. There's London Bridge in the background. We're going to be crossing that soon. One of the coolest landmarks in London, in my view, alongside Big Ben and so forth. Big Ben we'll see later on, and the Ferris Wheel and blah blah blah. We might have to cross the bridges. I'll probably have to cross London Bridge and come back across, stuff like that.
You have reached your
But
destination.
check it out, guys. A little bridge here. I didn't even know we were going to stop on this bridge, but I wanted to show you guys. This is London Bridge right here. If we were to get on, we can't even access the bridge from where we're at right now. But my goal is we have this Tower Hill and this building, so I'm gonna go by this egg building. So I'm gonna go up like that, and then what we'll do is I don't know if it's a one-way road. We should probably do it like that. Then what we can do is from there we'll kind of just find a way to come back, pass around this building, and get on the bridge. Problem with this is I'm gonna have to make a UE, and I don't trust the game doing it. Apparently this is a no entry one way.
Auto drive now enabled.
How dare him honk at me. So basically I guess it was a one way when it, you know, in and out. I didn't not know that. I thought we were going to be able to pull out the other side. But you know, unfortunately we're not going to pull an Adele and say hello from the other side over there, mentioning that we're in the UK right now. But let's work our way back up here. I haven't taken a chat break, so we'll take one in about a minute or so. Well, actually, I'll just do it now.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
So continuing on the bus tour, we're going to mop up the top half here with 2 more locations to visit. And then we tackle the bottom half and come back up into the bottom of Westminster to basically finish at the palace and obviously the parks around the palace. We'll definitely have to circle that whole area. We're heading back towards downtown London on the northern side of the river here, the Thames River. Or River Thames, as it's stated. As you guys can see, there's a really nice park right here. This one, I'll take it back, isn't as beat up as some of the other parks, but this is actually part of the giant attraction back there, which we'll come back to look at shortly. We have a green light, so I'm going to drive for the bus, because it's literally green and we're sitting here.
Auto drive now enabled.
Auto drive back on. The auto drive is not the most reliable. There's a building that looks like Independence Hall. What the hell, man? But yeah, so you can see a lot of the buildings in the U.S. are like mimicked off of buildings from this region. So I wanted to come down here because we have a lot of cool buildings right here. Can't really see the tops of them once we get too close, but look at this building. It kind of reminds me of the Avengers building with the angled side or whatever, but if I'm not mistaken. Pushing up here, here's that egg-looking building. It's really cool looking. It's like a jeweled egg design. Definitely looks better when we're a little bit further away. Being so close, it kind of loses some of its essence.
Your destination.
But yeah, from there, our goal is to come down to here. See, can I work my way into here anywhere? Don't think we're supposed to get down into here, but I'm gonna try to get the bus around there somewhere, so let's figure it out when we get there, as it's our next and final attraction before we cross the bridge. Do want to say, if you're watching live, appreciate the likes and anyone hanging out watching. Don't know what the bus is doing, but he's in the wrong lane. So. And we're off. It's been a quite nice journey so far. I expected this tour to be between an hour and 2, to be honest, so being at 45 and finishing up the top of the map, which is bigger than the bottom, sounds about right. This might be closer to an hour and a half. But I don't want to decide just yet, because we do have a bit more to go. We are just going through the heart of the city right now. Still by the giant egg building, which you can see a lot better view of it here. And there's a lot of other buildings as mentioned, so if we look back, look at that interesting design on the left right there. It's like an industrial looking skyscraper or something. There's those buildings we got too close to that we couldn't really see the tops. But now we're blocked by the other buildings. So there it is, guys, right there, straight ahead. I'm going to take over. We're going to go through an illegal drive. Because I don't want to possibly get the bus stuck down here, I'm going to make a U-turn here, and we're going to send in a CTOS drone. Alright, anyone a Star Ogre coffee, the fake Starbucks, please watch out. Double-decker illegally pulling in. Alright, we're good. Don't want to break their tables, you know, not that mean. A little bump here and there, but nothing insurance won't pay. So here we are. Just to show you guys where we're at. We're at the final location, known as Tower Hill, before we go over the, obviously the Tower Bridge of London. Check it out. It's a pretty awesome looking place. Basically looks like kind of like a medieval castle, if you get what I mean. Has a kind of vibe going on to it. Obviously in the game it's taken over by the military force, Albion, so fortunately the bad guys took it over, but it's also, spoiler alert, where the final mission goes down and such. And you come here a lot during the story. I was here for side missions, Borough missions, and main story, at least 3, 4, 5 times. So if you play the game, you'll make your ways back and forth. It's kind of the same vibe on the other side. I also want to point out real quick, if you fly inside this wall, it may not look like it, but there's actually like homes in here. As weird as that is. I don't know if they're actual homes, like in the real city. Is there actually homes right here like this? Or yeah, overall pretty cool. I know when I fly too far away, we'll lose it. Yeah, this is where we just came from. Now we're going to officially cross the bridge. So we're going to kind of head south here. I'm going to take a horse down the Old Kent Road, like the song. No, it's not Old Kent Road, but take double-decker bus down the Old Kent Road. Alright, let's get going. Because the longer I dilly-dally, the longer the tour video gets.
Auto drive now
The
enabled.
longer it gets, the more grindy it feels, if you know what I mean. I've done a lot of tour videos. By the time we hit that final stretch, you're just, like, we start, like, you know, just pushing the gas a little bit more and more and more. We're like, oh, we can get done quicker. I don't want to get like that here, but we are almost an hour into the tour. So we got to push on. But one of the coolest landmarks is right in front of us. And we're about to head across. I think I might take a quick screenshot here. Only if I pull up on this other bus. This doesn't have to be my bus that I'm getting a picture of. I feel like this is a really cool looking picture. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Not even our bus, but it'll work. So here we go. London Bridge is falling down. I don't know why they teach us that song. It's a horrible song, technically. But, here it is. It's awesome. It's old. And it looks sweet. Another spot taken over by Albion, so it's kind of ruined with a bunch of crap on it. But it is one hell of an awesome looking bridge, as you guys can tell. We keep cruising down apparently, but just to show you guys. Ah, we got too far away. But you can see almost a good visual of the side. I was trying to get a good visual of the side, but I guess with the bus moving and me backing up didn't give us enough time. But all you missed in the middle there was literally a bunch of people and equipment. So it was kind of stupid, to be honest. But there you have it, guys. The awesome London Bridge. Welcome to the southern region of the map. Yeah, as you guys can see, London Bridge looks pretty awesome. Might even take another photo real quick of it. Sorry to hold us up with these pics, but you can't disagree that that's not one hell of an awesome view, right? So, worth taking a pause to do so. I think we're slowly moving.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now
I
enabled.
think that's the guy who cut me off, so I'm just returning the favor. So pushing on. As you guys can see, there's that building right there. It's kind of like triangular shaped in a way, with 3D. Nothing too exciting over here. We have a park and so forth. What we'll do is once we get over here, we're going to quickly wing it to get an idea
Auto drive now disabled.
of what the rest of the tour will look like. With him driving like that, I'm going to just send him off the road.
Auto drive now enabled.
Oops.
You have reached.
But yeah, we're right here right now, guys, officially on the bottom side. So what our goal is going to be is to kind of make our way around the region. There's not too much over here. I do want to go by the heart of the southern portion of town, which is like up here, and make our way down like this. And we could obviously squeeze in down here. But I think what we'll do is at this point get up like here maybe. Trying to just find a good spot. And that'll do. Just want to find a good spot to put a marker.
Your
Yeah,
destination.
that should be a good auto drive for us. Can't worry about taking down a pole or two. We're almost an hour into our tour video, and let's keep on trucking. We're just cruising along. As you can tell, it's another part of town. There's like the thing is, I don't know much about the buildings here. There are a lot of cool buildings. We just passed London Bridge. I don't know much about if they're actually real buildings, what their actual names are. I know more so the main attractions. That's why I warned at the beginning of the video. So we're here more so to take in the views. Just note, I saw the Discord stuff. I'll respond probably in between the streams to anybody who posts. Unless there's rule breakers, then we gotta worry about it. But I wonder if that building has. The Bankside here. Taking everything in. Here's a pretty cool spot. They have the on this building and on the back they have a lot of floating visuals. It's kind of like an art museum for pop art. It's actually floating. But here we are in the heart of town, so you guys know. So I just want to get a quick take a look. So over here is where Big Ben is, Westminster. But I believe there's London Bridge. And I don't think any of the other bridges have names. We have to go across London Bridge. And it's perfect. What we're going to do is pretty much just go up, turn around, and come back.
Auto drive now disabled.
The automation system doesn't like to
Auto
adjust.
drive
It kind
now
of like,
enabled.
it'll take the long way if need be. Please do not hit the Albion, people. Directly in front of us is the Austin building with the triangular shape. Kind of scared that my automation's about to smack that dude. Last thing we need, get chased while we're in a bus. To my right, there's a pretty nice view of the city back that way, especially that building right there with the colors on it, looking old school. So here we go. One of the major, points of town, the bridge. Whoa, what are you doing, automation system? Trying to kill us? So here we go, going across London Bridge, guys. It's not as spectacular as Tower Bridge over there, but it is pretty sweet. I don't know why it honks every time I go in the picture mode. I'll take a few pictures here and there during our tour to remember it by. Don't take too many, but definitely get a few. So we're going to turn around at the end of the bridge and go back because we're right toward the northern side for the most part. At some point up here,
Reached your destination.
I'll just make a U-turn. I'll probably just do it right now. As you can see, there's a interesting building design right up there with the bar on top. You can actually go to that bar, I'm pretty sure. Another great view of London Bridge over there. But we need to set a marker for where we're going next. So we want to head down into here. I feel like the Ferris Wheel is something we absolutely have to go to, so I'm going to see if we... Oh, we can pull right behind it, so that'll be perfect. It'll take us right through the heart there. We'll get behind the Ferris Wheel. We'll stop over at Waterloo Station. We'll break our way down to the Kennington, Riverside areas of town. Kind of, go from there. We can work our way down right through here, like wrap around here, kind of circle around the bottom corner here. Making our way back up, heading through the last neighborhood we got to cover that we haven't been to yet, which is 9 Elms. And then we'll cross the tunnel north into Westminster and finish up, obviously, at the palace itself. So let's get going, because
Auto drive now enabled.
I feel like we have a pretty good, solid game plan for the rest of this tour. Grabbing some nice views while we cross London Bridge back the other way. They did a really awesome job with this game's graphics. Not so much with the bugginess of the game. I can't back them up on that end, but I will back them up on the graphics. One of my favorite aspects of the game, the graphics, the city itself. They did a really good job. I've had too many bugs. To me, it's like Cyberpunk's brother. This game kind of in a way. Right now, at least in the earlier days. It was even worse when the autosave issue. That's kind of where it got its nickname, but it's still broken in many ways. But it is worth playing. I do recommend it. But I hope that they patch it up and make it just a little bit less buggy. I'm getting stuck in the ground to people spawning in my face, and not the invisible guys, but legit just spawning in while I'm sneaking around. And they would be like normal, typical guards and stuff. I've witnessed a lot of crazy stuff. Drones going invisible when they shouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. Either way, we're heading through the heart of the southern portion of downtown. I don't know why the bus is doing these weird... I think because the guy went across the street.
Auto drive now enabled.
We're going right past the Regal Royalty and Pop Artists over there. I almost missed out. But we were making our way downtown, driving slow. Not going to sing that song again. Let's just play now. Get some ETO while we're passing the ATMs. This is where a little bit tighter part of town right here. But there's our next main attraction. Looking back, you guys can see where we just came out of. There's a handful of skyscrapers around here. I feel like the northern part with that egg was kind of a nicer building. That's probably one of the nicest skyscrapers in town. Over here we have the Ferris Wheel. Very, very well-known thing. If you go to London, you're most likely, if you're not afraid of heights,
Auto drive now
going to
disabled.
get on that Ferris Wheel. So let's see if we can get a drone and get a better view. Here we go. So as you guys can see, we have the Ferris Wheel. I'm losing signal. Try and go back. There it is. Pretty sweet. You also have the bridge over here for the trains. Just to showcase it, here's the city back here. I can't give you these kind of views from the bus, so it's worth pit stopping at the drone for a moment to take it all in. As you can see right over there, right across the bridge, is Westminster. So we're probably going to have to cross that bridge as well. But for now, I'm going to try and get by Waterloo.
Auto drive now enabled.
So let's go from Waterloo across the bridge. Actually, yeah, let's go across the bridge. You get the best view of Westminster and Big Ben that way, and then we'll circle back down south from here. But I want to stop by Waterloo, and then what we'll do is we'll work our way over. We officially crossed the hour mark. Chat's kind of quieted down, so I appreciate anyone who's watching, who's holding off on chat and all the likes we've gotten on this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video that I'm recording live during the stream. The video will be released separately and on its own, and I'll make sure I cut out all the chat pauses. Definitely appreciate if you guys like and sub. It would be greatly appreciated. Kind of realizing that we're already right here, I'm just going to go right.
Auto drive now enabled.
Auto drive is going to eventually turn us around, but welcome to Westminster Bridge, and check it out. I don't know, like I said, I don't know why it does that. But this is another awesome looking spot. Just want to have a few cool screenshots because this tour video is pretty cool, and maybe we'll, like, when we release it, we can do an Instagram post that day of all our pictures from it, and then post a video as well. Who knows? Here's Westminster on their left with good old Big Ben. Looking pretty sweet. There's us going down the road, but there's Big Ben.
Look around. No stone unturned.
Figured get back on the ground. So as you guys can see, there's this park out front with a ton of statues. We're right by Big Ben. Big Ben's right there. I was at Big Ben when I was younger. I think there's like a museum there and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very long time ago. I have to revisit one day for sure. Goodbye, Big Ben. We're off to Waterloo. Definitely want to take in the view of it as we go on past, though. Sure, you'd have to wait some crazy amount of time to get in there. It's an even better picture right here. I'll like obviously go through them all. The bus is of course smashed, so that kind of like ruins the pic in a way. Maybe able to just go up here and get a good pic like this of just Big Ben. Not often I've gotten such clear views of these buildings. It rains a lot in the game, which I think is true of England as well. it's this and that, so not often you have beautiful clear skies at night while you're out and about. I've had plenty of times where I'll just be out flying my cargo drone around and they'll just start pouring. But let's make our way back across. You can see it on our left. I don't think we can see London Bridge anymore because of the river angle, but there is the Ferris Wheel. Coming back down to Lambeth where we'll kind of work our way like I showed you guys. I wish we could set multiple waypoints and they would just follow it, but we're going to work our way past Waterloo Station at this point, and we'll go from there. A lot of prime way hotels around here, notice it. So I believe we're coming up on Waterloo right now. It's basically right to our right, but the roadway is making us go in a kind of swivel back here. Drifted this swivel many times. It's kind of annoying when you're trying to speed as fast as you can and you get pulled through there.
We are keeping you safe.
Once we reach Waterloo, I'll decide where we're going next on this tour of London video I'm recording live. We've covered, I'd say, like 60-70% of what we have to cover. The rest is more so just tackling, like, this is a cool spot to come. Because they have the floating car right there. It's like a hologram car that flies around the building. I don't know why it's sitting still. I thought it moves, but maybe it's frozen in time. I don't know.
We are keeping you safe.
Maybe it doesn't move at all. It's worth it. Either way, Waterloo is on our right. Seemingly, that looks fine. Looked a little bit beat up. So far, we've toured the entire northern portion except the palace and the bottom portion of Westminster. From here, we're kind of on our way out the door, per se, because what we're going to do is we're pretty much just going to head south, I guess, to right down here. So we can see this building. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down like this. I don't think there's anything over here worth seeing. From there, it's just a normal neighborhood down here, but we'll head down through here. We'll work our way back over to here, go through 9 Elms, ending up going through the tunnel at the end. When we come out up here, we'll probably follow this road up into here, and I plan to go all the way around here. You know, we'll wrap around the entire thing and probably finish at the palace where we'll get out and finish our tour video.
Auto drive now disabled.
So let's throw auto drive on and get to work. So we're about 1 hour and 10 on the stream clock. Well, not on the stream clock, on the video clock. So I don't want to make the tour video too long. The stream's even longer, obviously, because I'm recording while we're live, so. About a half hour from my live stream break anyway, but depending on the video, I'll go over if anyone's watching live. You know, this video is #1. For anyone who watches the tour video or watches the live stream of this stuff, I also plan to do a corner to corner. I'm just going to start driving. Sorry, random AI-driven truck, but the bus literally has a half hour to drive and it sits there, pondering what it should do. It's kind of annoying. Automation problems.
Auto drive now disabled.
Get out there, man. Come on.
Auto drive now enabled.
Alright, I have to drive manually because obviously the automation just decided to shit itself in the roundabout.
Auto drive now enabled.
Continuing our tour, we're getting near the stadium-looking building down here. Circling most of the major landmarks. We saw Big Ben, we saw the Ferris Wheel, we saw Tower Bridge, we visited all the neighborhoods on the northern side. It's kind of just a mop-up of the southern region now. A little bit more boring, not too many major sites, and we'll work our way up to one of the biggest sites, if not the biggest, the palace, and the park around it. And being a guard, as my character is, we can actually walk into the palace undetected, but we can't really do anything there because we can't just walk in the door anyway, but you get the idea. So on our left here, just one of those like construction sites. I think that's where they're going to build maybe a skyscraper. Or they have a few of those around the map. Pretty sure. Here is the stadium. Just to give you guys a better view.
You have reached.
Taken over by Albion again. Nice view of the skyline around while the bus is still driving down the road.
Auto drive now enabled.
Well, never mind. We hit our marker. So what we're going to do from here... There's nothing really exciting down here. What I'll do is I'll allow the bus to take me here, and then once we get there, I'll probably set a marker for, all the way over here by Vauxhall. Actually, honestly, once we get there, we could probably set a marker for this tunnel right here, because when we come over here, there's not that much to see. It's more of, like I said, we're in the part where we've kind of passed all the major landmarks that were to this point. The next major thing will be when we cross back up to Westminster. For now, we're just taking a look at the neighborhood in the south portion of town. We're at the European Processing Center, apparently. We were not caring to showcase the entire map, we would have skipped this neighborhood, but I feel like it's always nice to make sure you include the neighborhoods as well, whether they're up or down, doesn't matter. Romeo and Juliet, real beef. But you guys can see why this area is not really too exciting right off the bat. I think from here we can kind of just work our way over here. I want to see what happens if we set a marker like right here by this. It's actually pretty good. It won't take us on the back streets of here, but we'll still get the vibe of what's around.
Auto drive now disabled.
Okay, a lot of tight little roads back here. It's kind of why I wanted to come down here. See. Trying to look at the buildings on the side, but the camera kind of just jams itself against the side of the bus in these smaller streets, if you can't tell. Look, see what I'm saying? So I can't really showcase the neighborhood. It's not really like it's amazingly beautiful to look at. That's kind of why I wanted to be in and out like the fast food restaurant down here. Appreciate all the views, likes during this live stream / tour video. If you watch the live stream, you'll see the raw footage, including my discussion with chat and stuff like that. If you watch the video, it'll all be cut out and it'll just strictly be the tour video, including the statement. So we're pretty far along. Should be getting done. One of our mods is here. I'll just give him a shout out during the video. Shout out to McMaster. Maybe we'll do a mini shout out list at the end of the stream for anyone who stopped by live or something like that. But for now, we're trucking along. We're finally crossing the 9 Elms. This part of 9 Elms is pretty nice. It's kind of like a business district down here. Fancy schmancy with those walkways as well. The raised up walkways, I believe. But as you work your way this way, I feel like it gets not as nice, but this is more so in construction anyway. So I'm sure it could be some awesome looking area. The area does have pretty nice vibe to it, minus the wall on our left. Yeah, this is 9 Elms. There you go, you guys can see it. It almost looks like it gets more industrial as you get further into the corner, but it does have some nice portions. Those buildings don't look very exciting. They look industrial, literally. It looks like they're like designed to look industrial. There's that crazy tower building, which we're going to go by as we get ready, because from here, our goal is to head over and cross back to Westminster, as that's where we're going to end the tour video. It's been one hell of a long cruise. I mean, we're at over an hour and 15 so far, including our pauses for chat discussion, which probably only take a minute or two or whatever it might be, so I'll edit those out. But yeah, I guess I expected between an hour and 2 hour video, and coming up around an hour and a half is my expectation, around that probably. I think we're pretty close to crossing over. The problem is, once we cross over, we need to make our way up into the palace and then circle the palace, which isn't going to be as easy as circling the palace. I'm sure there's some one-way roads, this and that they're going to kind of mess with our goal. As you can see, we're on the final stretch. So our goal is to kind of end up here. Here. This is actually a better idea. See how long it'll go. Ooh. So what I'm going to do is this is how we're going to go about the final stretch. We're going to cross this. We've already went across the bridge right over here to see Big Ben. There's no reason to come back up in this little spot here. What we're going to do is we're going to travel through Westminster on this portion, wrap up around here. Once we're here, we'll wrap down into here, and what we can do is pull straight up into the center and go right up to the palace for the end of the video. We're going to do it all in automation, so however long this takes, it takes. We're going to continue to take in the views. Unfortunately, I can't give you a better view of that building unless we steal a drone. And keep up with the bus as well, but I'm trying to show you, it's like a cathedral right there. But I don't think it actually has a name. The Battersea is what it's called. It's taken over by Albion, obviously. It's the best view I can give you of it from where we're at right now. We are officially going underground. Our first underground
Auto drive now disabled.
of it. No offense, guys, but this tunnel is not very exciting. I'm going to break my automation drive. 90% of the video is automated, but I really don't want to sit down here for 35 minutes to cross the tunnel. I'm sure you guys understand, but as we come back out, I'll throw back in the automation so we can continue to take in the views. I don't even remember using this tunnel like ever. I used the bridges 99.9% of the time. So.
Auto drive now enabled.
As you can see though, right back there, there's a great view of it. The building. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, I don't see any drones or anything. Quick before the timer runs out. There it is. You guys saw it for a second, sorry, but the tour continues on. We're heading north into Westminster. But you got a decent enough few angled views of that building. It's pretty cool, but it's just like a solid cathedral looking structure. The most important part of this tour is coming up. Should be up there soon. We'll get eyes on the parks. I think we're actually pulling up on the parks right now. I was here in real life long ago in my younger years. Say 2/3 of life will go, back when I was too young to actually truly appreciate a vacation like this. So I will be going back to London one day after the pandemic's over, obviously, and I will absolutely go visit all these places. I was in Europe, was it like a year and a half ago, or almost, it's going to be, yeah, it's about a year and a half ago I was in Rome, so. I really wish I would bring Rome to a game like this, because that would be amazing, because they have so many, you know, historic buildings, the city is awesome. It's kind of, it has that European vibe. But Rome also has its own vibe, because it has some of the oldest stuff, you know, in Europe as well. There's older stuff in the world in older cities, but for Europe is definitely one of those down, you know, on the list for history. I know Prague is as well, for example. So here we are, just to point it out. We're up here at this column right here. They had one of those in Rome as well, kind of like that. right near the Coliseum, actually. But again,
Auto drive now disabled.
just gonna pause the bus this time instead of losing connection. Just wanna give you guys a better view.
Auto drive now enabled.
Authorities are here to protect you.
On the right, we have some nice looking columns. Look like they're out of ancient Rome almost. So we're literally just traveling along the north side of the park.
Auto drive now disabled.
I know I shouldn't be doing this, and it's a little bit different than I initially planned. Oh, I got it. So ignore any sound of people getting hit. So here we are, traveling through the park. I went through a park like this in Italy by Villa Borghese, if anyone has ever been there. It's just a giant-ass park. A bunch of stuff in it, from a zoo to a museum and stuff, so pretty cool. Kind of like this. It's a giant-ass park, and I'm sure there's museums around it and so forth. Obviously the palace. That's what I figured. Instead of taking that route and going all the way around through city traffic, why not just pull up right up in here? We're gonna break this fence. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying not to do anything like that. But our main goal was the palace at this point. We've already seen the park enough. That's what it looks like back there. Literally just a bunch of park. Obviously, we started right down there by that square. We started right here at the square, so basically that part that you could see all the way down there where you enter from was right where we started, so no point to go back there. Pushing on, here we are, the official kind of end of our tour, per se. The palace. This is where the guard change occurs, and all that good stuff. Usually, you're not allowed inside, and going inside will cause alarm and you might get shot. But I brought a character who is an actual royal guard.
I'm not exactly welcome here.
Inside.
We are keeping you safe.
Hey guys, that arriving here kind of signals the end of our tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I didn't know we were hiring.
Just kind of walking away because they're all alerting onto me. This guy's actually following me now. I'm really hoping not to have to put him through conflict. He did such a great job getting us around on the tour video.
What that's locked down.
Malfunctioning.
Dun 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 dun. Then I hit the wall. My head is sticking out of the ceiling. Look. They were on to me, so yeah, we had to get out of there. But that's gonna pretty much end our tour video, and that guy's life, I guess, as well, unfortunately. But that was an accident. Either way, that is it for the tour video. Hope you guys enjoyed our London tour bus video. Definitely appreciate if you like and sub. Thanks for watching.